Why are indirect costs overlooked in hotel profit and loss analysis? Imagine trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. That's often what happens when hotels analyze their profit and loss statements. They focus on the parts that are easy to see and measure. But the big picture includes more than just the obvious expenses. In hotels, direct costs are straightforward. Think about the cost of cleaning supplies for each room or the ingredients for a meal. These costs are tied directly to the service you provide. Because they change with the number of rooms sold or meals served, they are easier to track and control. Indirect costs, however, are different. These include expenses like staff salaries for administrative roles, property taxes, insurance, marketing, and general maintenance. They support the entire hotel operation but aren't linked to a single room or service. Since they don't directly generate revenue, they tend to be less visible in the financial reports. Because of this, managers often overlook these costs during routine reviews. They focus more on direct costs that fluctuate with business volume. It's easier to see how many rooms were sold and how much food was prepared than to assign a specific part of the property tax bill to one department. Another reason is that indirect costs are usually grouped into broad categories like overhead expenses or fixed costs. These categories can hide the true size of these expenses. When reviewing profit and loss statements, the focus is often on revenue and direct costs, making indirect costs less prominent. It's also common that traditional accounting systems don't provide enough detail to allocate indirect costs accurately. Without detailed tracking, these costs appear as a lump sum, making it harder to see their real impact on profitability. Yet, these costs can be a large part of total expenses. In some hotels, indirect costs can make up more than 35% of total expenses. In others, they can even go beyond 65%. Ignoring such a significant portion can give an incomplete view of the hotel's financial health. From a financial planning point of view, overlooking indirect costs can lead to overestimating profit margins. If you don't account for all expenses, you might think your hotel is more profitable than it actually is. This can lead to poor budgeting and misguided decisions. To fix this, hotels should adopt better accounting methods like activity-based costing. This approach assigns indirect costs based on actual usage or activity levels. For example, if a department uses more administrative support, it should bear a larger share of the overhead costs. By doing this, managers get a clearer picture of how much each department truly costs to run. This helps in setting more accurate prices, controlling expenses, and making smarter strategic choices. In summary, indirect costs are often overlooked because they are less visible, harder to assign, and grouped into broad categories. But understanding and managing these costs is key to getting a true picture of profitability. Proper tracking and allocation help hotel managers make better decisions, improve financial health, and plan for future growth.